Welcome back to the channel. Apologies for the lateness of this video. A lot of busy week. Been putting chicken wings in fryers all week. Cut me some slack. Been very busy. But today we're going to be taking a look at UFC Fight Night. Adesanya versus Imavov. This is the third time I'm trying to record this. I've got home from work 2 hours ago, and this is my third attempt trying to record this. So here we go. Let's just get right into it, because you don't care. You guys don't care. It's not your business, right? First up, Hamdi Abdulwalov versus Jamal Pogues. We're going with Jamal Pogues. In my opinion, Abdulwalov is untested at this level, whereas Jamal Pogues has got a little bit more experience here. So we're going to go with Jamal Pogues. I'll be honest, I don't know too much about Hamdi. He's kind of been off my radar, so I've got no idea. I'm going with the fighter I know more about and the fighter who has more experience. Make of that what you will. So we're going with Jamal Pogues, probably by decision. Next up, we've got Bogdan Grad versus Lucas Alexander. We're going with Bogdan Grad. Kind of a newer a rising prospect. Kind of popped up on everyone's radar. Has been doing really well in the regional circuit. I think he's got what it takes. And I don't think Lucas Alexander's a pushover, but I do think it's a good matchup for Bogdan Grad. So I'm going to go with Bogdan. Next up, Jasmine Judavicius versus Mayra Bueno Silva. You already know I'm picking Jazz Judavicius. She's not been letting me down recently. She's been doing okay. So we're going to pick Jazz. I want to pick decision, but to be honest, Silva's got some okay defense there, and she's not bad at grappling herself. So I could see this going to a decision. You might get a kind of chess match of jits and grappling, but I do think it's going to go to a decision for Jazz Judavicius. Jazz Judavicius. Next up, Terence McKinney versus Damir Hadzovic. We're going with Terence McKinney. Hadzovic is like the only guy from where's he from? So one of them countries that's known for having gangsters. So I got to watch my mouth, right? Bosnia. Well, of course, he's from Bosnia. It's arms dealers. That's what they're known for. Arms dealers. Bosnian arms dealers. And drug dealers too, to be fair. But whatever. Enough of the geopolitics for now. Terence McKinney versus Damir Hadzovic. You're not hearing about all the guys, you know. You just it's not like you're not hearing about all these Bosnian talents, right? You're not hearing about it. I don't even know how big the sport is in Bosnia, and no one's like, oh, the Bosnian bomber. Oh, I've got to watch out for the Bosnian, but you don't hear that, No one's talking about Damir. So yeah, we're going to go Terence McKinney. I think Terence McKinney chins him. I'm going to go Terence McKinney by TKO, and I'm fairly confident in that. Another confident pick, yeah? Shamil Gassiev is going to knock out Thomas Peterson. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, unless it goes to round 2, in which case it'll be gassy, huggy. But yeah, I'm going Shamil Gassiev to knock out Thomas Peterson in round 1, hopefully. Next up, Muhammad Naimov versus Khan Offley. We're going with Naimov, obviously. Just all round better. I could see Offley getting a chin. To be honest, it's quite a mismatch in my opinion. Quite a mismatch. I don't know if a fight fell through or what, and this is why it's on there. I've not had a lot of time to research this, as I've said before. But yeah, we're going to go with Naimov. It seems it's a very reasonable pick, right? It's just how is it going to end, isn't it? Because it is a bit of a mismatch. I'm not being too bold in saying that. Naimov by submission or a knockout, innit? I'm thinking Naimov by submission. I do want to see the knockouts. I do think he can knock him out. I think it goes to a decision. Not to a decision, sorry. I think he gets the submission. I think Naimov gets the submission. So yeah, we're going to go Naimov by submission over Khan Offley. Next up, Ferris Siam versus Mike Davis. I want to pick Ferguson, but there's one problem. He's French. He's French, and like, although I do, even though I usually say that old world fighters are better than new world fighters, Mike Davis being a Yank, Ferris, being a Frenchman, you'd think that I'd be picking, Ziam, the Frenchman, to win because old world fighters beat new world fighters. Doesn't really apply when they're French, not like the same thing, really not. The only time you can really take a French fighter seriously is when someone from outside of the sport, like not even a casual, just some rando from outside. Say you're sitting around the dinner table with grandma, and she's like, "You seen that Cyril Gann? That's how he's a French fighter you should look at, Seen that Benoit Saint Denis? Oh yeah, I know Benoit. She's never gonna say, "You seen that Ferris Siam?" It's not happened yet. It's not happened. Maybe when he gets to the top 15. If he gets to the top 15. I'm going to pick Ziam. I'm going against my own advice and picking a Frenchman. It's got to be done. He's a good prospect. So, yeah, we're going to go Ziam. Grandmother's approval. Be damned. She's not mentioned them, so we'll just have to go. We'll just have to go with my gut and pick Fares Ziam. Fares Ziam. Next up, Said Nurmagomedov versus Vinicius Oliveira. We're going with Said. Look, it's not an easy fight, but they are in Saudi, and if they let Shara fight with one eye, God knows what they let everyone else do, right? Not making any accusations or anything, but who knows? We're going with Said. I don't think this is as easy a matchup as some of the ones on the card, some of the earlier ones on the card, I should say. But I do think it's a bit of a test for Said. But we're going to pick Said. We're going to stick with Said. Yeah, I'm confident in that. Yeah, we're sticking with Said. A Said W. I think a decision. Oliveira's hard to put away. Mr. Vinicius is hard to put away. So yeah, we're gonna. Does he sub him though? No, I think it goes to a decision. I think Said wins the decision. I also don't think Said gets the submission on. I think Vinicius is more likely to knock out Said than Said is to get the submission, and I do think it goes to a decision. I think they just it's kind of a hug fest, a bit of a snooze fest. It's a little bit of a boring fight. So yeah, we're gonna go with Said by decision. Next up, we've got Sergey Pavlovich versus Jairzinho Rosenstrike. I'm picking Jairzinho Rosenstrike, and here's why. Okay, it's a bit of a strange pick. I know I should be picking Sergey. I agree. Sergey is probably a better fighter all round. Way better hands. Might even hit harder. But I think he's gotten rocked. His confidence has gone. He got chinned by Tom Aspinall, and then he looked like a completely different guy against Volkov. Looked like a completely different guy. Scared to engage. It looked like he was scared to commit to shots just for the fear he'd get caught again. And Jairzinho Rosenstrike is a guy that will catch him. Like he has the full ability to catch him and put him out with one shot. And Sergey definitely knows this, and I think that might be playing on his mind. So I'm going to pick Rosenstrike by knockout in round one. I think Sergey is going to manifest it into existence. Some foreshadowing who's on the card. See, he's looking at me from the top corner, making me think about manifestation. But yeah, I think Sergey's confidence has been knocked. And I think he's against the guy that can most definitely chin him. And if he knows this, he's going to know that Rosenstrike can chin him. And that it probably is a worry for him based on his last two performances. The chinning and then the confidence knocked from the chinning. So yeah, we're going to go Rosenstrike. I think by knockout in round one. It's a bold pick. It may not pay off, but I'm picking it. I'm picking it. Based on mental warfare, I'm picking it. Co-main event time. Shara Bullet Magomedov versus MVP Michael Venom Page. Again, bit of a strange pick here, but I'm going with MVP. I don't even know if it's that strange, actually. I feel like most of the people I've spoke to have agreed that MVP wins this. But at first, I was thinking this is a Shara fight. Shara's going to win this easily. And I don't know why I was thinking that. And maybe I just forgot who Michael Venom Page was, but stylistically, MVP is tough for anyone who's like a striker. Shara's not going to. I don't think either's going to grapple, right? Neither's going to grapple with each other. But I think Shara's a little bit too orthodox, if that makes sense. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Like, he's creative as well. Double back fists is creative, but and they both fight out of both stances. They both can fight southpaw and orthodox. The difference is the movement, and Shara's movement is very traditional, whereas MVP is more karate, isn't it? It's in, out, land his shots, get out of there, land his shots, get out of there. He moves very strangely, he moves off time and off beat, and I think it'll take Shara a good minute or two. I think it'll take Shara into round 2 to kind of get the pace of MVP. But that's the thing. I think it goes to a decision, and I think MVP should win the decision. I think Shara just takes too long to figure out MVP's style and figure out when he can throw, when he can land, when he's actually coming in. It's gonna take him a while to measure that and figure that out. And I think the fight will just run away with him before he gets to that point. I think in round 3 you could see him landing some serious shots on MVP, but I don't think he wins 1 and 2 just because of the elusiveness of MVP. And I think Shara's going to get frustrated and it might even get punished for it as well. But I do think it goes to a decision. I think both guys are going to be really gun-shy to commit to trying to knock each other out, to planting and trying to knock each other out. I think both guys are going to be terrified of that because they know both have knockout power and they know that about each other. So they're going to be a bit gun-shy, I think. No one wants to just get starched in round 1, so they're going to be a little bit tit-for-tatty. And I just don't think the tit-for-tat ends. I think MVP just kind of slowly and incrementally runs away with the fight. Now, is there going to be a robbery? Who knows? Who knows if there's going to be? It is in Saudi, right? And if Saudi, there's some strange decisions over in Saudi land. There's some strange judges and referee calls in Saudi land. So who knows? Maybe there'll be some Saudi fuckery. Barring that, I think Michael Venom Page wins it by a decision. I think both guys are just going to be too shy to actually go for a knockout. So yeah, MVP by decision is the pick. Finally, we're on to the main event. Finally, I can stop talking in just a moment and you can go and watch another video. My apologies again for the lack of production value in this one. I've been busy this week. My apologies. I'm trying to stay on the grind though. So here I am, very late in the week. No one's going to see this anyway. I could just leave I'm not even going to edit it. Finally, Israel Adesanya versus Nasruddin Imavov. I'm picking Izzy. Because Izzy needs an emphatic win. I was watching, I can't remember who it was. Was it Bisping? I don't even know. I was watching someone from the UFC talking about how people are saying that if Izzy doesn't get this win, he should just retire. I wouldn't go that far. He's got a few fights in him. Got a few decent fights in him as well. Against names, hopefully. Against some decent guys. I don't think he's going to be champion again. I think that ship has sailed. But they're putting him in a position to try and go on another run to the title. That is the plan based on this. He's number 4. He's fighting number 5. He defends his position. And then he gets to challenge someone higher, I guess. And, he's, 2 fights away from another title shot. He can maybe get the shot. I just don't think he wins it again. Nevertheless, the blueprint to beating Izzy's there. And that's why I don't think he gets the title again. The blueprint is there. You just get on his back. I'm saying it like it's simple. Like I couldn't do it. My short ass, my 5'9", fucking 6'2" on a good day. No, my 5'8" frame. No way. I'm not knocking out Izzy. I'm definitely not knocking out. I'm not choking out Izzy. Is what I meant to say. But Nasruddin Imavov is a fighter, right? So he should be able to do it. Is the kind of the context I'm going with here. So I'm making it seem like it's the easiest thing in the world. I don't mean for me. I don't mean for you. I mean for like a fighter, a UFC fighter in the top 5. It should be easy to get onto his back and strangle him because every time you take Izzy down, he turns onto all 4s and stands up that way. Leaves his neck completely unprotected. He puts one hand or both hands on the ground to stand up a lot of the time. He did it against Dricus. Got choked. He's done it against everyone that's ever taken him down. No one manages to choke him out, though, except for Dricus. Right? But he does the same thing. So if you study the footage, right, there's the weakness. You shoot the takedown, you achieve that. He's got really good takedown defense. It's not going to be easy to get him down. But once you get him down, you let him start building back up. And the second, because he's going to turn his back to you, he always turns his back to get up. He's going to turn his back to you, and you just jump on that back. Get them hooks in. Don't do a Marvin Vettori. Don't go for the submission and not put the hooks in, because he can just spin out of that. You've got to secure the position. You've got to jump on his back, secure his back, and you will finish him. I just don't think Imavov's going to do it. I just don't. There's a reason why no one else did it before, and Izzy is quick and Izzy is slick. As much as I dislike him as a human being, he is quick and he is slick. So yeah, we're going to pick Izzy. The blueprint to beat him's there. It has been for a long time. Just no one's been able to capitalize on it until Dricus. Strickland went with a completely different game plan. We're disregarding Strickland's game plan. Strickland's game plan was to out Izzy. It was to just bully Izzy around. Dricus was more dominant in it, right? He just took him down and absolutely. I mean, he was getting bopped around. To be fair, he was losing in the stand-up. So who knows, right? He got the submission. That's what Imavov needs to do. Imavov needs to chase the back, get on the back, and finish him, and get him out quickly as well. Try and get him down in the first round, at the start of the second round, before you get too sweaty, right? Before it gets too messy. Get in there dry, and choke him out. Choke him out. It's possible, but I don't think it's going to happen. So yeah, we're going to go Izzy. Izzy by KO, because he needs a KO. If he doesn't get a KO, then what's the point in watching Izzy, right? We're here for the style bender, even his question mark kicks are looking more and more slappy, more and more limping by the day. By the fight, I should say. I don't know. I'm not studying him daily. But yeah, by the fight. So yeah, we're going to go Izzy. We're going to say Izzy by TKO. He needs to add to that highlight reel. Otherwise, what's the point in Izzy? The reason people are saying he should retire is because we're bored of seeing him go to decision after decision after decision. And now finally there's a bit of action, and he's not really winning these fights with a bit of action. So maybe it's just not in the cards for him. But that's the point. People want to be entertained. They don't want to, as cool as Izzy is to watch, be the style bender and kind of just be elusive and be confusing with his feints and stuff. You can only watch that so much before you start saying, all right, let's see you do. We know you can knock people out. Go for the knockout. He had a highlight reel. That's why he was so famous, because of his sick-ass highlight reel. What can you do? I'm picking Israel Adesanya by KO TKO. If you stuck around all the way until the end, thank you very much. Why did you do that to yourself? Until next time, peace and love. I'll see you around. Keep your chin down. Keep your chin down. Messed up my own outro. Until next time, keep your chin down and queep. Until next time, keep your chin down and keep swinging. Peace and love. I'll see you around.